As incredible as it may seem, the concept to bring Lee Child's renowned Jack Reacher to television began in earnest in 2018, and the casting process was ramping up in early 2021. Thankfully, this means that fans won't have to wait another 3 years to see the beloved character on Amazon Prime Video's Reacher. So here is everything we need to know about Alan Ritchson's upcoming TV series, Reacher. The updated cast list. The series was initially titled Jack Reacher, but it is now known simply as Reacher. Additionally, Tom Cruise previously played Jack Reacher in the 2012 film Jack Reacher and the 2016 film Jack Reacher Never Go Back, both produced by Paramount Pictures. When it came time for Amazon to make a television adaptation of the movie, they chose an actor who bore a stronger physical likeness to the character, who is 6'5" and weighs 240 pounds. So Alan Ritchson, who played Hank Hall and Hawk on DC's Titans, is the perfect fit. In September of 2020, Deadline broke the first major casting news for Reacher. Alan Ritchson had been cast as the new Jack Reacher, succeeding Tom Cruise in the role. While Ritchson is a talented actor, he's mostly been sidelined in fairly archetypal roles, where he gets to play the handsome athletic guy who is here to save the day. You may remember him in other great films such as The Hunger Games: Catching Fire, the 2014 live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or the DC TV series Titans. But in this TV series, Ritchson will now have the opportunity to prove himself as a leading man in his own high-profile TV show. In March of this year, Ritchson disclosed additional information about Reacher, saying, "I'm not sure how much I can tell," Ritchson told Collider, "but we're going to do a book a season, so the first season will be the first book. I think that's such a great way to do it. I can see why it would be exciting as a film, but the slow burn is what I love about the books. The way he goes through the checklist and picks apart these cases, you need time. It's okay to enjoy that. I think spending a season on each book will be really enjoyable for audiences." The actor also discussed how he was cast as Jack Reacher and how he had to go through 2 separate auditions to get the position. In June of 2021, new cast members for Reacher were announced via Deadline. Mark Ben-David in Dark Matter joins Ritchson in Reacher as Hubble, an accountant involved in nefarious business operations. Charlie is played by Kristen Cruick, who you may recognize from Smallville, and she plays a tougher-than-she-looks former debutante who also happens to be Hubble's wife. Jasper, the medical examiner who is disturbed by the succession of murders in town, will be played by Harvey Gillen from What We Do in the Shadows. Mosley, the village barber who becomes Reacher's ally, will be played by Willie C. Carpenter from Devious Maids. Kleiner Sr. is played by Curry Graham from Murder in the First, a local businessman who saved Margrave from disaster but also has a darker side. Willa Fitzgerald is best known for directing MTV's Scream remake and USA's 2020 thriller Dare Me, in addition to memorable parts in shows like Royal Pains and PBS's 2017 Little Women adaptation. However, it is possible that her involvement in Reacher will outshine all that came before it. She will play Roscoe Conklin, a character from the novel and the new show who may or may not have been named after the 19th century politician Roscoe Conkling. Roscoe, played by Fitzgerald, is a native of the show's location, Margrave, Georgia, where she is a smart and confident police officer who isn't easily frightened. Alternatively, at all. Malcolm Goodwin, an actor and aspiring director, played the practical Seattle detective Clive Babineau for 5 seasons, and he'll be reprising his role as a fictitious cop for Reacher. Oscar Finley, a fresh recruit to the Margrave Police Department, will be played by Goodwin in the new project. Oscar, who grew up in the North and has a Harvard degree to go along with his particular flair, may not be happy with the scenario. Chris Webster played a major adversary in Liam Hemsworth's thriller Most Dangerous Game, and it looks like his new streaming TV character may have morals that are just as dubious. Webster will play KJ, the son of Margrave benefactor and self-made businessman Kleiner in Reacher. Because of his father's authority, KJ believes that the town and its residents, particularly Roscoe, are his property. I believe we can all predict that it will go horribly for KJ, albeit not before Roscoe suffers a setback or two. Also, a younger version of Reacher will be played by Maxwell Jenkins from Lost in Space. Reacher production team. Reacher TV series creator, executive producer, and showrunner is Nick Santora from Scorpion and Prison Break, and it is being produced by Skydance Television. Child also serves as an executive producer for Skydance alongside Don Granger and Scott Sullivan, as well as David Ellison, Dana Goldberg, and Bill Boast. What is the plot of Reacher? The series follows Reacher after he has recently entered civilian life, and it is based on Child's first Jack Reacher novel, Killing Floor. Jack Reacher, the experienced military police detective who has lately transitioned to civilian, is a wanderer, and with no phone and only the minimal necessities as he traverses the country and discovers the place he previously served. When Reacher arrives in Margrave, Georgia, he discovers a community reeling from its first homicide in 20 years. The cops apprehend him right away, and eyewitnesses claim to have seen Reacher at the crime site. While he struggles to prove his innocence, a deep-seated conspiracy emerges, requiring Reacher's sharp mind and hard-hitting fist to unravel. One thing is certain, they chose the wrong person to take the fall. As previously stated, the first season of the Jack Reacher TV series will be based on Lee Child's very first Reacher novel Killing Floor, thus the basic narrative will not be a surprise. Now for those of you who haven't read it, the book follows the huge man as he hops off a Greyhound bus in a little Georgia town, only to be wrongly accused for murder very shortly thereafter. Not only does Reacher have to free himself, but he also has to bust a counterfeiting organization and put a stop to a particularly nefarious piece of work. What is the Reacher's release date? Reacher, the series adaptation of Lee Child's best-selling Jack Reacher novel starring Alan Ritchson, will arrive on Friday, February 4th, 2022, according to Amazon's Prime Video. It also debuted the series' first trailer, which features Ritchson as a gigantic ex-military police officer who aids those in need. You can consider him the A-team wrapped up in a one-man wrecking crew. In more than 240 countries and territories, all 8 episodes of the Amazon original series' first season will be released on the same day, so you won't have to worry about spoiler alerts when talking about the series with your friends across the pond or in Far East Asia. Reacher trailer. The teaser highlights Ritchson's physical likeness to Child's original character from the book as a 6'5", 240-pound, fist-first tough guy, which is a very stark contrast to the 2 Tom Cruise-led Paramount film versions. Ritchson, who has a role in DC Universe's Titans as Hawk and Hank Hall, fits the bill perfectly. So what are people saying about Jack Reacher? When asked if he thought the books would be better suited to a television series rather than a film, Ritchson said, "Lee Child has built a fantastic character in universe," said showrunner Nick Santora, who has worked on dramas like The Sopranos, Prison Break, FBI, and Lied to Me. Every writer, producer, actor, executive, and crew member will strive to recreate the essence of Mr. Child's writings. Fortunately, Lee has been and will continue to be there to assist us through the series. He is Reacher's heartbeat. The series is expected to draw a sizable audience as the books have sold over 100 million copies in 49 different languages. And Amazon's signing of Jack Reacher was quite a coup. The franchise was reportedly appraised at more than $1 billion. Now, of course, this isn't the first time that Amazon has developed a blockbuster thriller series based on a popular book series. So in what ways will Jack Reacher differ from Jack Ryan? Only time will tell, but in a different fight between the two, we know who we'd support. So what are your thoughts on Alan Ritchson's Jack Reacher portrayal? Let us know what you think in the comments. I'll see you on the channel next time. Until then, goodbye.